For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone talking some men's basketball here with junior Parker Wentz and head coach Joe Golding. Parker, let's start with you. Last year was a really weird year. You guys start out with essentially a brand new team, and then about halfway through the year, you lose a couple of them. A lot was thrust upon you as you look back at the 2013-2014 year. And, oh, by the way, you were going Division I. What do you look back on? What do you take away that you say, I'm proud that our team accomplished blank?
I'd say our team as a whole, I think a couple of guys got to come together, and we got to establish kind of a core group. And I feel like we can take away from last year. Obviously, it left a bad taste in our mouth, and we can build on it this year, which I'm excited to do. To start this year on the right foot and to get that taste out of our mouth.
Last year, you made, as we said, that switch from D2 to Division I, and yet here you lead the Southland Conference in three-pointers. Give me a sense from what you experienced in terms of that leap from D2 to D1. Obviously, it began with that baptism by fire, with that incredible road trip that you began with. But as you worked through the conference season, how big of a jump was it from D2 to D1?
It was definitely a jump. I think the coaching all around is just a lot better. The players are a lot smarter, obviously bigger, faster. I think it's the same game though. I think if we play the game right and play how we know how to play and play what coach is telling us to do, then I think we should be good. Obviously from D1 or D2 to D1 is a huge jump, but I think if you listen to coach and play fundamental, then you should be fine.
You are a tremendous leader by example. Have you, in your 3 years now, increased how vocal you are in terms of what you say to your team? Is that a role you're comfortable with?
I've talked to Coach about that, trying to be more vocal of a leader. That's something I'm still working on. I need to be a better vocal leader. Leading by example is probably more how I tend to lead. But even through practice and everything, I'm still going to mess up, and I'm still going to have a lot of faults. And so I think that's where that core group comes in, whereas the 8 of us coming back know what to do and what to expect, so we can hold each other accountable and to get better as a group and ultimately win.
Let's talk to your coach here. You talk about lead by example. I don't know how you do it any better than what he did, Coach, really in every phase. I mean, academic all-district, which is essentially, he's the best in this entire region that he's in. And then what he did on the court. He's hit big shots ever since he got here.
Yeah, he had an incredible year on the floor when our team did not have an incredible year, and I think Parker would take all those awards and burn them to win on the floor. Parker's a winner. He's always been a winner ever since he was in high school. That's what attracted me to him, even back when I was at Arkansas Little Rock, and recruiting him. And he's a special kid to coach. He does exactly what we wanted him to do off the floor, and he does exactly what we wanted him to do on the floor. Obviously, last year we threw him into the fire when we had some injuries and obviously had some suspensions with academic issues, and we had no other option but to play Parker there. And because of that, teams could really guard him and double team him and do different things to take the ball in his hands. But I think it's helped him as a player. You see this summer, and you can see this fall that he handles pressure a lot better. We used to make fun when he was a freshman. He used to turn around and face the other way, when people would pressure him. And now pressure doesn't bother him at all. So it will definitely help him this year moving forward, although it wasn't a lot of fun for him last year.
There were some weird things academically with your team, one in particular that was less about the players' ability in the classroom than it was just some weird clerical things. You got that squared away, and for the first time in your time at ACU, your 4 years here, you have a group that's coming back, and we've talked about this all summer off the air, that you've never had anything like this at ACU, and it's night and day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's we're obviously a lot further along than we probably were at any point last year, right now. So no, we can't start and play tomorrow, But as far as just our team and the things that we've been able to put in and the structure that we've been able to do, you can't take that away. Obviously, being here this summer was a huge part of that, and then having a core group. You know, the second step to that is getting this core group to lead every day by example and do the right things on and off the floor. We still continue to coach them up on that, but I think that's what makes it fun. You know, we have a group for the first time, and they're doing the right things a lot of the times, and when they don't, we coach them up and continue to do. But it helps the young kids tremendously. What I like so much about that core group, Grant, is they don't hang their head about last year. They've heard the talk. They know what people say. They know where we finished last year. They read the preseason magazines and where we'll be ranked this year, and they don't care. They put their head down last spring and they went to work. We got those new kids here this summer, and they went to work. They never once mentioned last year. We purposely didn't mention last year, and then they got here to fall. This group has really worked hard, you know, and done some things that no other in my time. Obviously, we never had them here in Division II, but we didn't here. So hopefully that pays off for them on the floor.
All right, you talked about the new faces, not just freshmen, but some transfers in here. And let's get into those new guys by talking at the 1 and the 5, Jalen Little and Duran Porter.
Yeah, Jalen Little, JUCO transfer from Ontario that fills a need for us. We did not take care of the ball last year. We had more turnovers and assists by I think 50, and you can't win ball games at any level doing that, but especially at the Division I level. So we wanted to cure that, and so we did that by getting some more depth there. And so we added Jalen as a JUCO transfer. We wanted a JUCO kid that we thought could come in and be ready to play with a little bit older and a little bit more experience. And Jalen did an incredible job at Ontario of taking care of the basketball. I think on the year he had 170-something assists and like 60 turnovers. So, you know, it's obviously a different level that he's going to. And he's going through an adjustment period right now of learning a different offense and a different defense and different things on and off the floor. But we've been very impressed with him and his work ethic since he stepped foot on this campus this summer.
And then you have some other new faces like Drake Green and Duran Porter and Isaiah Tripp.
Yeah, you know, rebounding was a problem for us, you know, so we went the JUCO route with that and got Porter. And that's one thing Duran does a great job of is rebound the basketball and give us a little length to protect the rim. And then our freshman, I'm really excited about. Drake Green from Houston has had a really good summer and a really good fall. He's probably a little bit ahead of the curve for most freshmen. He's got great length, which gives us a little something. You know, we have some, they don't like to be called midgets, you know, but we're a little small sometimes on the guard spot. And so Drake gives us a little length and a different look out there. Tripp, his body is physical and he's got the Division I body that we're looking for, and he's still continuing to work hard every day to get better, but he gives us a little strength on the perimeter and some toughness. And then KJ's KJ, you know, KJ's an exciting kid to watch.
KJ Mora from Florida.
Yeah, he comes from one of the best high school programs in the country. He's played against the best competition in the country. He's not afraid to compete against anybody. He's small, but he's also very exciting to watch, and he's getting better. He's like all those newcomers, every day just trying to learn and continue to get better. I think that's where it helps. Again, real quick, is again with the veteran group, you know, is of our veteran group, of having a core group, and as long as they continue, it makes the transition for these newcomers a lot easier.
Last thing, you had that Murderers Row schedule to start the year. One thing that's cool, and this is going to continue over the years as you develop in Division I, we're not just going to play some legendary programs on the road. We've got some really big-name teams. I don't know that the average, you know, person in Abilene would realize how big of a draw Duquesne is from the Atlantic 10, this power conference in college basketball. But that's exciting to have, not just great games on the road, but here at home too, huh?
It's tough to get any home games at our level in Division I, but to be able to get Duquesne and Sacramento State is obviously a huge plus for our program. To get 2 Division I games in the fall here, and then obviously the history of Duquesne and the A10 and the basketball, and you know, they beat St. Louis last year. At the time, was a top 5 program, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be exciting. We obviously have 2 pretty important games before them, but absolutely. And we had a tough schedule. We wanted a tough schedule. We want a tough schedule every year. The important thing this year was we're not going on the road for the whole first month and the month and a half, and then we do have some home games, you know, to mix in. So what we did to our guys last year was not fair, but we explained to them up front, and we wanted them to get a taste of Division I basketball, and obviously did it for some other reasons off the field.
I think they've forgiven you.
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
Okay, well, it gets started here in just about a month, November 14th, in fact, the 2014-2015 men's basketball season. For Parker Wentz, the junior guard, and for the coach Joe Golding, I'm Grant Boone for ACUSports.com.